Hey guys, this is Mike coming at you today from Player One Video Games with a trade that I probably never thought that for the rest of the years that the shop might be open, or days that the shop might be open, that we ever... No, I'm joking. It's going to be years and years. I'll be dead, long gone. Maybe even Tim will be off of this earth and we'll still be open. I don't know about that.
Well, that's morbid, but
that's
thanks.
Morbid, so, yeah.
All right.
So what we got in, not a TurboGrafx. I would love TurboGrafx trades too. You know, that's one of my favorite ones to get in, along with Saturn and Sega CD, kind of the rarer stuff a little bit. But we got a Neo Geo, somebody's personal collection. He was about my age. And he bought all these systems. He bought this system and games when they come on in. We're just shooting a YouTube video. If you need some help, John will help you here. Oop, let me get out of the way here. So he bought all these games pretty much when they came out, just like I did. So I was actually kind of feeling like, oh man, I didn't want to take his personal collection from him because he bought them brand new. And, you know, my stuff means a lot to me because I bought a lot of mine brand new too, and you know, you can just go back to that moment, especially during the Neo Geo days. Because what's cool about this system, and we'll start here. What's cool about this system is that it was the first time that you ever had the arcade experience, which was the top of the line experience at home. And it just was mind-boggling, mind-blowing, because if you were an 80s kid, you would have gave your left arm to have Excite Bike at home or Double Dragon at home. It was unfathomable because one of those arcades back then was $3,000 in the 80s. So it's one of those deals where it was just a moment when you got your system, your Neo Geo, and you were realizing, wow, I'm playing arcade quality graphics for the first time in my life at home. And most people's first experience, at least mine was, with a Neo Geo arcade was Art of Fighting. It was one of the first games to come out on the system. And most of these here are American titles, which blows my mind. And American titles are really hard to come by. Let's show you how big these cartridges are. So these are giant, and I know we've had a whole video on Neo Geo, and we've had a few Neo Geo games in the past.
Wait, do we still have Art of Fighting on the Super?
We might. Let me go check real quick and see if we have an Art of Fighting.
Yeah, that's my favorite kind of comparison right there.
Here's the Super Art of Fighting.
Yeah, that's a bit of a difference right there.
And the reason, you know, and this system, these games were $200 to $250 brand new when they came out. And it was not so much the game. Back in the day, memory cost a ton. I mean, it was traded on the stock market, if I remember right, back in the day. And so you were paying for memory on these games because it was 10 times bigger or so than your normal game. A lot of times back then, and it was worth it to me. But you know, it was a rare person back then that was going to buy this system, and if you want to see a complete history of my history or the history of how it was to own a Neo Geo, we do have a video of the Neo Geo that we spent a lot of time on. But saying that, hey, I'm getting long-winded here. Let's see what trade-in we got from this special trade-in here. So Art of Fighting is the first one. Art of Fighting 2, which I like it. Art of Fighting, what's cool about Art of Fighting, what shocked me was the graphics. The players were so big on the screen, and Art of Fighting 2 makes it even better. We have Burning Fight, which is a great side-scrolling fighter, kind of along the lines of Streets of Rage style. And it's just all these graphics compared to the Super Nintendo and Genesis that were 16-bit era, and this is officially 24-bit. With a million more colors and scrolling screens and stuff like that. What makes this system so good? We have King of Fighters 2000 and 2001. I don't think we've ever had either one of these in stock.
Not at all. And the 2001 is the American one as well.
Is the American one.
Yeah.
And we've never had a Burning Fight in stock either. Fatal Fury Special, we actually just sold one of these last week. And believe it or not, I bought this game brand new in 1992. It cost me $250. I bought it at the EB in the Galleria, and it was probably the last new game I ever bought for the system. And after that, I would trade in my game to Funkoland. You have to send it to Eden Prairie, Minnesota, and they would have a list of, usually you get $75 per game, and the games used cost $125. So you trade it in and get you a new one, you know. So that's how I did it back in the day. And let's go down the first row here. We got Baseball Stars, which is it was a fun game. It's the second game I ever played on at the Neo Geo. I actually worked in Aladdin's Castle Arcade, and this was in our arcade, and I'd play it all the time. Baseball Stars 2, it's even double as good as Baseball Stars 1. As good as this one is, this one's even better.
Yeah, it's very impressive playing it for a little bit.
Even now, it's still an impressive game. Magician Lord was a pack-in game, and it is a side scroller. You play a little. It's a little slow moving, but it's so colorful. The first time I saw this game, it just blew my mind. The colors and the beauty of the game, and it's still a fun game. It's just very difficult. Ninja Combat is a really underrated game. It is a ton of fun. It's another side scroller where you can throw ninja stars. You get nunchucks, different weapons. It plays pretty quickly. It moves really fun. And hey, look, only $399 for Metal Slug. What? This is supposed to be a $4,000 game. Now, what's going on here? Well, this one right here out of the bunch is the only one that is a reproduction. So we have had one of these before, and generally what it is, it's people use Samurai Showdown internals, chips, and a cartridge with a MVS Metal Slug board, which is the arcade version. AES is the home version. So that's what I'm guessing this is. The guy who traded in didn't know for sure, but I've never seen one unless it was this way, which is parted out from other, but this one works great. So if you want a Metal Slug for your Neo Geo AES and you don't want to spend $4,000, here's one for 10 times less. All right.
What a deal.
What a deal. There we go. And then we have King of Fighters 94, which is the first King of Fighters. It kind of set up a lot of ways how future fighting was with teams, you know, which was pretty cool. And now this one right here, this is an American original Samurai Showdown, which is a little unusual cartridge. This is a reproduction case. And it's also going to come with the MVS stickers and MVS for an arcade, whatever you want to call it, prints or something.
Oh man, there was a word for it. I forgot what it was.
Yeah, artwork kind of stuff like that.
Yeah,
a little bit.
yeah.
So we got that in for that. And then over here, now this is an American Neo Geo, but it's been BIOS chipped, and so you have a switch, and what you do is this will make this a Japanese or an American system. And the other cool thing, you have a menu system in it that you can go in and kind of pick the level that you want to play or things like that. It has about a dozen different things you can do to it. So this is a special unit right here. And I've had one like 10 years ago in the past, and I sold it because I had 3 Neo Geos at that time. I didn't need 3. And somebody made me an offer I couldn't refuse. And last but not least, we do have the Neo Geo memory card in the original box.
I'll say open that bad boy up.
Yeah, we'll open this up. And you know, this was the first memory card ever. So Neo Geo was ahead of its time, but what was kind of cool about this memory card, and I'm sure a lot of people know this, is that you would plug it into your home system, but you could also take your saves to the arcade, plug it into the arcade itself, and pick up where you left off at the arcade. So that was pretty cool, unique. I did it a couple of times, or maybe just once. But what's cool about this card is such high quality card. I love the feel of this thing. It's just really interesting, the quality of it for back then. And so, but saying all that, hey, we're going to put this out today. We'll probably put this video up tomorrow and let you guys come check it out. So if you're a Neo Geo fan or thinking about getting into it, it is a bit pricey to get into this you know,
market.
But just eat you a lot of ramen.
Yeah, exactly.
Skip lunches, right? Eat your ramen for dinner. Get as much Neo Geo as you want. That's what I used to do. So, hey, saying that, come on down to Player One. It'll be a great time.